cut my elbow and I've melted my bar in. That shows how much friction there is.
Come on, man. The foam did nothing, did it?
I'm Matt Jones, I'm a pro freestyle mountain bike rider and I'm working on a brand new riding video where I'll be attempting 3 world's first tricks that have never been done by any rider on the planet. And I'm tackling this project with my twin brother Jono, and so far we've found the location down in Devon and we've met the course builder. And I've started training in a way that, to be honest, I didn't think I'd ever train on a mountain bike. But now, I'm thinking about what it actually takes to create an awesome riding edit. And for me, it's about more than those 3 world's first tricks. It's about actually linking them together in a creative way that showcases my riding style. But I'm struggling to figure out exactly how to do that. So we've decided to head up to Scotland to meet Kriss Kyle, a pro BMX rider who is the master of creativity. He looks so fluid on a bike, and I think any time up there with him is going to be valuable. But there's one trick that I've got kind of bouncing around in my head that isn't really the world's first, but it's a really creative line that I want to get in this video, using a wall ride, but kind of, we'll get to that later, hopefully, because I think any time I can spend riding with him is going to help me so much to just specify the way in which I'm going to link this video together to really set it off.
I feel like training's going pretty well then. You just like the swimming pool. I want to go back there.
Yeah, you love that. You didn't run off a 5-metre board with a bike.
All good?
Yeah, I can't take another one of them.
Right.
It sucks.
Where are we actually planning on meeting Kriss then?
His second home, which is, yeah, Unit 23 Skatepark. Massive skate park, apparently. It is insane. There's infinite lines if you've got that vision for, I guess, creativity. I think that's the only way you stay in the game, is being creative.
I'm excited because his project he did, Kaleidoscope.
Exactly what I was going to say, yeah. When that edit came out, it blew everyone's minds because he rode features in a way that was different, but also was unexpected.
Yeah, and that's what you want to try and portray in your thing. So not prescribed tricks, it's more about the way that you ride it and the options that you have in your head that the viewer might not potentially see.
Yeah, so if we can take anything from this trip, it's going to be for you watching an absolute BMX masterclass. But for me, it'll be how can you get from point A to point B on a bike in the most creative fashion.
If you can take something from it, it can work out cool for your project.
Yeah, and work out good for you, because we'll go to the mountains, no doubt.
Yes, we will. Kriss.
Yes, boys, what's happening?
See you, mate.
How you
Jono,
doing?
good to meet you.
You too.
Yes,
How's it going, Matt? You all right?
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, yeah, welcome to Unit 23. It's got everything you need, from rails to big bowls to jump boxes to whatever.
You're home from home.
Yeah, pretty much. Every single day I'm in here.
I'm keen just to have a cool session at your local and see the way you ride, because I've got my teeth into this mountain bike project where I want to kind of bend the rules a bit and come up with some creative lines to link some big tricks together.
Sick.
And I feel like there's no better person that I've ever met.
Sounds epic, yeah. Cheers for
ride the same ramps day in, day out.
Aye, let's try and see what we can get stuck into.
I've got this idea, which is I want to have a wall ride built into a hill.
Okay, yeah.
And rather than ride it how we know, which is on our tyres, jump into it on my shoulder and slide round it, like still upright.
What?
Down.
How is that? That is mental, man.
But it'll have a drop out of it. No, but it's something I've seen you do on flat ground.
Yeah, but not around, not around a...
Not around a curved
Not
one.
around a curved wall, mate, no.
I think we should ride, man. We could look at everything all day, but...
Yeah, let's get warmed up and have a look at that.
No way. He makes it look like so effortless. I can't describe how hard that is. To land that precisely on a bike, it's nuts. Very sick.
Makes me feel pretty inferior.
I think Matt's feeling a bit weird at the moment. He sort of watches Kriss do something and then suddenly Kriss does something massive and he's like, oh, okay. And then I'll sort of go and look at that and Kriss will do something else and it's just like level on level on level.
It's hard to get used to. Like, people usually come up and ride it for like a week.
The day's not enough.
Yeah. Got the t-shirt on now. Things are heating up.
Yes! No way!
Yeah. Hell yes, mate. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh my god.
You like that?
Yeah.
You can keep that one if you want.
There you go.
Woo! That's why coming up with creative lines is such a process. Like, Kriss has had to explain to me a few different details to do one jump.
Yeah.
But Kriss does that every second, linking it together, looking for the next thing. That's a real process that doesn't get achieved in a morning.
Yeah.
2 hours in, I've got a line that consists of two things. Yo. Between us, we've given a pretty good example of what a wall ride is. Looming over me is
Going over there.
the idea to do it not on your tyres, but on your body.
On your body.
Looking at this wall ride, for me, in this whole skate park, it's the best feature here, the best scenario, the best spot for it, but it's far from perfect because when it comes to building this in Devon, I know that it's going to be better if the wall's vertical, whereas this one leans. I know that it's going to be better if there's like soft grass underneath, not a metal coping that runs all the way around. So at no point can I slide down while that's there because it's going to smash my hip, smash my elbow, smash my shoulder. So I've got to get from the start all the way around to here. And there's no way I'm going to ride out of it. It's just going to be to get into that shoulder slide position and feel it out. We're talking about safety here, you'd be pleased to know. Kriss has suggested shoving foam down my hoodie, down my trousers. Pretty genius. No! Ah! Like that. I think you need more of an acute angle, don't you? Go on, man. Oh, that hurt so much first go. The foam did nothing, did it? It slowed me down. I'm going to get rid of it.
I think that's going to work though, I reckon.
Smoked my elbow. I'll tell you what doesn't hurt though, Kriss. My hip. I was extremely nervous for that one because it's a big unknown. It's unnatural to tip the wrong way on a bike and hit. It's a crash, isn't it? It's like a controlled crash. It's quite sore though. Like I cut my elbow and I've melted my bar end. That shows how much friction there is around the wall. When it comes to building this, we'll come up with a way of smoothing it, maybe even varnishing the wood. You could fly around it then.
There's a lot going through his head and it's really stuff that he can't really call upon because it's not his usual go-to repertoire of tricks, if you like. So, yeah, sort of unproven ground and we're going to give it another go.
Looks horrendous.
It's just figuring it out. I mean, no one's ever really done anything like it, so it's trying to figure out, is it even possible? Or is it going to work? Do you know what I mean? But I reckon it is. I'm confident in Matt. He's got it.
I've just skimmed
That's gonna work, mate. That is
the metal.
gonna work, mate. I reckon that's it. I think that's what you need to be like. Be like up a bit.
Yeah, that's why I leant back.
Yeah, I reckon that's fully it.
Funny how a crash can actually be a success, isn't it?
Riding with Kriss has been really important for this. To actually start to figure out this jumping onto my shoulder, realising that you can slide, Kriss suggesting that it looks like it's going to work.
I reckon it is. I fully reckon, like, you surprised me when you first said about doing that. In my head, I couldn't picture it. But after seeing you try it 3 times and it worked, you got right round it, I know for a fact that it's possible and you are going to make it happen.
You ride a lot of mountain bikes now.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, getting into it.
Jono hasn't shut up about coming up to Scotland.
Yeah.
So I think we should go somewhere nearby and ride our proper big bikes and get muddy.
Keen.
Deal?
Yeah, let's do it then, boys. Let's do it.
See you up there.
Looking forward to getting out. But yeah, I'll catch you boys up there.
Well, you can tell from the weather we're still very much in the heart of Scotland. And after a really good day yesterday at the skate park, I'm super happy with the trick, with the project and the progression. But today has got nothing to do with training or the project. It's just about having fun on our bikes. So the boys, Kriss, Jono, they're tinkering behind me. We've come to one of the most famous trails in the whole of Scotland, Innerleithen, which I've never been to, but Jono's raced at. Kriss loves it here. So we're just gonna get really muddy and wet today and have a lot of fun on our bikes.
What's Innerleithen all about then? It's really cool proper downhill venue. It's just so fast in the trees. It's always quite tight in the trees, like rushing past you. I've never been here in the snow like this. You must have ridden here a few times.
A few years ago now, but came here once, pedalled up it a couple of times.
You pedalled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
And I think that's why I've not been back, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Do you enjoy mountain biking?
I love it, mate. It's like a breath of fresh air, to be honest. It's still kind of like BMX, but it's like learning it all over again because it's so much harder to manoeuvre the big bike around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's snowing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be riding in this
everything's
heat,
against us. It's a nice part of the world though. Through all the 100 metres I can see through this blizzard.
We made it up to the trailhead at the top of Innerleithen and then look at the conditions. We've got ice and deep snow, which is new for me and Jono, really. We don't get this style of riding ever down south. And Kriss, being from the skate park, I can't imagine how he's feeling.
Terrified. It is deep. It's a lot deeper than what I thought it was going to be, so yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, it's like, it is literally ice. It's not even like ice. This is not how I've ridden it before. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Whoa! My hand! High line? Yeah, boy! Scotland, man! Nice one, boys.
Hell yeah. How's the hand?
Oh, my fingers, man. That was a crazy ride. The conditions were just all over the place. It was snow, then sun, then rain, then ice. It was ridiculous. Skidding on ice and over routes into turns is hard work. But hearing kind of the guys behind whooping and hollering made it really cool. So Scotland's been great. Innerleithen's been really cool, and riding with Kriss has been inspiring and useful. But now I've got these three tricks looming overhead. We've put them to one side for this trip, but I need to get back to it. I need to get into training and we need to make this happen.